Guys, and welcome. Thanks for being here today. First off, I just wanted to say, excuse me if I end up stuttering or forgetting my words, or you get moments of silence through this. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous to be here. This is the first time I've actually created a training and a webinar kind of thing like this myself. And yeah, I've been in the business for about 18 months and I've always relied on the automation, which is absolutely amazing. Love all the automation. Love that we don't actually have to do this ourselves and be on camera. We have, other classes and other people that can do that and share this business. But yeah, just I felt it was time that I did one myself. I want one that vibes with me and the people I'm talking to. As you may notice, I'm actually at the beach right now. So I've got my daughter and her friend playing over there. Because yeah, one of my highest values is time freedom, and I don't actually just want to be sat inside staring at a laptop or a phone inside the house. And yeah, I just feel like it's better energy, better vibration out here. So I'm going to get to it very shortly. As I said, one of my greatest values is time freedom. And so I'm assuming if you're following me or you're wanting to look into this business, then it's probably one of the things you're looking for: time freedom and financial freedom too. So I'm going to try and make this as quick as possible, but with as much information as possible. And there obviously will be able to reach back out to me, whoever invited you here, afterwards as well. And there's other videos we can share that go into a bit more depth. I do have some slides set up as well so that you can actually see what I'm talking about and take it all in, and feel free to screenshot and save these images as well, because then it's easier to go back to and see them afterwards and let that information sink in. I'm also going to go as quick as possible because I am at the beach, so my laptop's not plugged in. So let's hope the battery lasts, and the signal is attached to my hotspot on my phone. So yeah, before we get started and go into the slides, I just wanted to share a bit about myself, my journey. So originally I'm from the UK, and I always hated it there. Just never felt at home. I had a very loving family, very supportive mom and brother, and we had an awesome childhood. But the actual country itself just really had a dark energy on me. I always felt tired and depressed and claustrophobic. So at the age of 15 in the year 2000, I'll let you do the maths. Then I actually had a chance to come over to here to Oz to visit family friends. And as soon as I landed here, I knew this was home. And that's really sparked my first real big dream and vision of coming and moving country to somewhere on the other side of the world, and sparked the traveling bug as well. I'd always gone on holidays with the family, sort of around Europe and things, but this was the first really major trip where I got out of that sort of touristy holiday zone and actually traveled. So yeah, that was, a lot of people said I couldn't do it. I couldn't go traveling by myself at 18, backpacking around the world. But I did and made it happen. And lots of people said I couldn't move to Australia. But I knew I was going to make it happen. Apart from my mum, I have to say, like, she was my most supportive person, and obviously hard to see her daughter go to the other side of the world, but always had my back. And she's actually currently living here now too. So yeah, that was my first big dream of making a way out of no way to make something happen that I truly desired. So I actually moved over here in 2004. Did my working holiday visa. I actually got a then student visa to learn community welfare work in TAFE, to be able to get residency and my citizenship. Community welfare work was a job I thought I was going to continue in because I wanted to help people and do something positive in this world. From a young age, I always cared about our planet and wildlife and people, and knew I wanted to make it a better space. And especially from becoming a mum, yeah, I knew a lot of things happened to change for her to grow up in the world that I wanted for her. So yeah, that when I actually became a mum in 2012, I realized that community welfare job wasn't anything I was actually gonna do as a career. I never actually worked in it past the prac through TAFE. And there's too much red tape and all the things you couldn't do to actually help people. So when I became a mum, I actually became a single mum until she was 5 years old. So those first 5 years, I relied solely on single parent payments. I didn't want to sacrifice my time with her to go out and work and then pretty much be no better off than being on those payments anyway. And that was a beautiful time. I'm so grateful I had that time with my daughter at home and didn't have to think about working. But we were always just scraping by. And my mum had to help a lot as well. And then when she went to school, I went to find work, and the only work I could actually fit in with school hours and that I could fit around my schedule was cleaning. So I did that, worked for a company cleaning, and I was still really never getting by. Even when I met my partner when my daughter was 5, he was FIFO at the time. But yeah, just general life and bills, and then obviously sharing a house. We just always just scraping by again, like never seeming to get out of that scarcity mindset, and never time for more than a quick road trip sort of holiday. Like all my dreams of traveling the world and showing it to my daughter and having amazing experiences with all our wildlife, it was still there, but we just got stuck in that daily routine of get up, go to school, go to work, come home, have dinner, go to bed, and do it all again the next day. And it really drained my energy. Like I'm so grateful for where we live, and I'm so grateful for the experiences we get to have daily anyway, just on our doorstep. I might be a bit blown out a bit, but I mean, our amazing coastline right on our doorstep. We have whales. If it's not too blown out, you might even see a whale go past at the moment. It's that time of year. I'll promise I'll stay looking at the screen and not get distracted to look behind me. And yeah, but just was really stuck in that routine and hating it, but really didn't know of any other way. I didn't want any other work that was going to jeopardize any more of my time with my daughter. I actually wanted to homeschool her, but really couldn't find a way of doing that financially and having the time at home. And then in 2021, I don't know, let's say 18 months ago anyway, whatever time zone that was. It was November anyway, just over a year and a half ago. And the mandates threatened both myself and my partner's jobs. And I knew there was no way I was going to put anything in my system. And I knew I never wanted to be in that situation again where anyone could threaten my income or our freedoms for our medical choices or anything we wanted to do. So I knew I had to find another way. And really, I'm so grateful for the mandates because they really put me to that point where I had to push and find something else. Otherwise, I may have just gone on being stuck in that job I hated forever. I do actually still do some cleaning work, but it's only down to 2 days a week now. And I've been able to pull my daughter out of school and homeschool her for the last year. And I work for myself doing those cleaning jobs. So I get paid double what I was doing in the company. And I can really evolve it around my schedule, and while I also build this business, which has been absolutely amazing. So yeah, I am so grateful for myself 18 months ago for jumping into this opportunity. While I was searching, I actually saw a friend living basically my dream life. She had her kids out of school. She was traveling in a caravan up and down the coast, and earning a shit ton of money. I may swear occasionally on this. And yeah, just doing it from the pockets of her time and from her phone. So I really trusted her and her experience, and I knew she wouldn't do anything that was a scam or crazy. She'd had huge success in a very short space of time. So I asked her what she was doing, and she showed me a video kind of like this from someone else. And yeah, I really didn't think it was going to be online. I didn't know what I thought she was doing, but I didn't think it was online. I had tried a couple of other online things in the past, like selling a drink and all sorts of stuff, and it really didn't resonate. None of those things lasted more than a couple of months for me. Gave them a shot, but they just really didn't light me up. felt icky reaching out to friends and family and stuff. But when I watched this webinar, she showed me my intuition and something, so I just screamed yes, just screamed, this is it, like, give it a go. I didn't have the money to jump in at all. I was completely broke. I had like literally $0 in my bank account, usually a week before payday at that time. But yeah, I made a way out of no way because I knew this was important. And yeah, it's really one of the best decisions I've ever made. Like, despite the epic compensation plan and income that's available, which we'll go into a bit, just literally all the mindset and inner work and support and trainings that come along with this business is absolutely mind-blowing. I'm a completely different person than I was 18 months ago. You definitely wouldn't have seen me talking to a camera like this 18 months ago. I was barely even on social media. You'd never see a picture of my face. I was purely use social media to, you know, post shared posts of why you shouldn't inject poison into yourself or your children, and maybe share a few family shots if we went on holiday, which was mainly just as my personal sort of diary. Really, I'd probably even usually put the privacy settings so other people didn't see it. So yeah, anyway, gonna wrap it up there on me because I'm probably already rambling enough and want to be you know, aware of your time. So I'm just going to try and share screen and go through what it is we do. It wants to work. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. So basically for this business, there is 3 important steps that you need to get started or to be successful. So number 1 is leverage your social media. Now, I'd say most of you are probably on social media. If you found me or someone else through this, then you probably found it through Instagram or Facebook while you were scrolling and saw something inspired you and you wanted to jump on. So I hope you can't see my actual Zoom thingy there. It won't disappear. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much. So yeah, there's people on social media that are either creators or consumers. So consumers just in the scroll hole, you know, looking for the fix, and yeah, not really participating. We might put up a little shared post or something about our family, but it's nothing really that's truly inspiring to others. It's just like a personal diary. Whereas if you're a creator, you're putting stuff out there that's going to inspire and motivate people and help people solve problems or something in their life. So the first thing is we actually use our social media and create a personal brand. Like, you are your greatest asset. It doesn't matter what you're selling. If people know, like, and trust you, growing and building a personal brand is one of the most resourceful things that you can have. And yeah, in this space, we're not about reaching out to friends and family and cold calling and spamming people because it's icky. We're not about, so it's all about attraction marketing, people coming to you because they like to see what you're actually doing. It's not about posting products all the time because we don't want to be just a page of product posts. You can share about it, like the actual thing that we affiliate with. I absolutely love and I'm super passionate about it. I don't share about it all the time, but yeah, like now and again, it really does inspire me and I want to share it with people. I think everyone, you know, would benefit from having it. And I truly do love it. So I do share about it on my socials now and again, but I don't have to. There's people that have built this business without ever mentioning the product ever at all, and they're hugely successful. So you can do whichever just feels aligned with you. But obviously, you can be an influencer on social media and have thousands of followings, but if you don't have something you're actually offering, you're not going to make any money from that. So within this, you don't actually need thousands of followings or friends on Facebook and Instagram. I really didn't have any when I started. As I said, I didn't really use either. I think I've still only maybe got about 300 and something followers on Instagram and about 2,000 on Facebook at the moment. But when I started, again, that was down like 200 or so. So you don't need to be an influencer to have this. It's just about being your authentic self and providing value. So yeah, obviously you can have your personal brand, but if you don't have an offer to give anyone, you're not actually going to be making any money. So you could create your own offer or product, which could be coaching service or an actual product you've created yourself, or a service that you want to give. But usually with these, they come at a high investment required to start, which can be upwards of multi six figures sometimes. It takes a lot of time and effort to build a product that works and converts. And most businesses usually wait about 3 to 5 years before they actually make a profit. You're often working alone, unless you're able to build a team yourself and obviously hire people, or you're hiring. If you want extra more coaching support, you're putting thousands sometimes into coaches and mentors to help you build it. And obviously in lots of the online space, if you are doing it this way, it's lonely. You usually have to do everything yourself. Like, you have to build all the websites, you have to create all the funnels, you have to do all the branding, you have to put all the product out there, all the sales and everything. And yeah, if some of these words don't even make sense, like funnels and things, that's okay. They didn't to me either when I started. But yeah, it just means basically you have to do all the stuff, which you don't want to do if you're trying to create time freedom, right? So the other option is you affiliate with a high ticket offer, which is what we do. So a high ticket offer is an irresistible offer, which is something people want, need, and love. The right offer is going to have to be a win for all. It's going to be highly profitable and something that people are investing in for themselves anyway. We want it to proven to work and convert and has a long-lasting track record. So we don't want something that's just started in the last year or couple of years and is really a startup company, and it might seem great, but then they all crash and burn out, and then you've lost everything and all your work. We need something that's recession-proof with a roadmap to long-term wealth building. Basically, this means we want something that's global. So it doesn't matter what country you're in. If there's a recession or anything happening somewhere, there's always other options to go through. You want to provide a high return on your investment. Like we said, with other businesses, people can invest thousands into startup businesses with rent and getting all their products and staff and all these things, and it takes a long time to get into profit. So we want something where it's like a one-time investment and then you're quickly rewarded and then you're in profit only. And in an industry that's thriving and solving people's biggest problems. Again, we don't want to be just pushing something that's not really going to help people. We want to be doing something that's actually going to be helping people, their health, the planet, and have good sort of conscious background to it. Or I do anyway, and most of the people that are in this business do. So when we talk about low profit, when we talk about high ticket profit, a high ticket item, that's the difference we mean between low profit versus high profit. Is a low profit ticket is a product or service where you only earn between $20, maybe max $200 in commission per sale that you make, which means you'd actually have to make potentially hundreds of sales to reach your dream income of like financial freedom. And you're in hustle the whole time. So a high profit ticket item is a product or service where you earn hundreds or thousands per transaction, per sale. So it literally might mean you only have to make 2 sales to have your dream income every month. Now, you may have heard the term MLM, which is multi-level marketing, which stuff like our brand and lots of others get put under as well, because you can invite team members into it. With us, it's not actually that. In lots of the low ticket MLMs, you will never out earn your sponsor or the person above you that invited you in. Whereas with us, it's a very much up and out system, which we'll go into a bit later in the compensation plan. But you can very easily out earn the person that brought you in very quickly. And yeah, you sort of can build team members, but it also works on direct sales yourself as well. So you're not just relying on having people underneath you make sales. In a low ticket network marketing, they usually have monthly quotas. So you actually have to meet a certain amount of sales each month to receive your commissions or bonuses. I actually was talking to one of our team members the other week, and she was very high up in another low ticket company, and he was doing really well, earning lots of money. but she actually had to take a couple of months off for some personal issues. And she was very close to reaching, you know, a very big bonus. I think it was like $20,000 or something like that. And because she had to take a couple of months off, she didn't meet her quotas for that month. And she actually didn't get that bonus that she actually already had earned in her commissions and her commissions, which is crazy, right? Like, so you're just kept in that hustle all the time. Whereas with us, there's absolutely no quotas to meet whatsoever. You can never go backwards. It's basically you build this business as fast or as slow as you want. And if you need to take time off, you can. Many times there's systems in place with our automation, which actually still building it for you anyway. And yeah, but yeah, you're always going to get the commissions that you earn. Lots of the low ticket ones, you lose rank if you don't perform. So if you don't meet those quotas every month, you don't rank up, or you may lose rank and go backwards. So it's all, again, always kept you in that hustle, and keep making sales. Whereas in the business we're with, you don't lose rank at all. It's literally every step you're always moving forward. And if you pause or want to take some time out, that's fine. It just holds your spot at that. Sometimes you even grow while you're staying still, because if you've invited people that are building the business in below you, maybe they're still growing, which is still growing your business too. But yeah, you can never lose rank. You can only stay still or keep moving forwards. And you always have your distribution ID for life. So you could take years out and potentially just pick it up where you left off when you come back. Obviously in the low ticket stuff, commissions and sales are like low ticket, like between $20, $150, $200 per sale, like we said. Whereas with us, I know that says $340 there, but that's actually in US dollars. So the minimum you can make in commissions with us is $365, which is actually only for your first 2 sales. And yeah, up anywhere to 6,200. And there's actually ways you'd make a lot more than that too per sale. In low ticket, there's often membership fees or minimums. You either have to pay a monthly membership, or you have to keep buying the product yourself every month to stay in it. Whereas with us, there's no monthly investments. It's literally a one-time investment. You buy one machine that's going to last you like 25 to 30 years and provide epic value for your family and save you money long-term in all kinds of other products as well, which we'll get into in a bit. There is actually our training platform that you can join, which we'll talk about a bit later, is a monthly subscription, but you don't have to have that. You know, you can do it monthly, you can play it yearly, and it's really not expensive at all and totally worth all the epic training and 8-figure coaches and the stuff we get inside and all the automation. So low ticket, there's no legacy income. Like I said, if you drop out after have a couple of months break, or leave it, then you lose all your commissions and your bonuses. Whereas with us, we actually have limitless willable legacy income. So this business can actually be willed and put in a trust to your kids or your loved ones. So even if you die, it still keeps going and they get the benefit of it. If you actually look back on my Instagram highlights stories in community and celebrations, you'll see there was actually a beautiful story a few weeks ago. Sad, there was a lady in our business that unfortunately died a couple of years ago. But what's truly amazing is that she had built it to a certain level where she did have a few people building the business underneath her, and they kept building, and all her commissions and her sales were still going through and being given to her kids. And she actually, without her even building the business, reached a rank where she'd get a monthly bonus. So that monthly bonus was now going to her children every single month for the rest of their lives, even though she had died 2 years before. So it's giving me chills. It's one of the reasons I love this business so much. It's so much about empowering people and giving the freedom and supporting our family and to give them that freedom too. There's really nothing like it. So yeah, low ticket, you've got licensing fees. Again, we don't have any of that, and lots of low ticket do recruiting. So it's reaching out to family and friends, you know, cold calling, cold messaging, a bit icky. Whereas here it's all about attraction marketing. So attracting the right people to you that want to join. So the high ticket offer we partner with is Enagic. They are a 49-year-old award-winning Japanese water technology company. They basically started in Japan and having their water ionizing machines in Japanese hospitals. And about 20 years ago, they started realizing, the rest of the world needs it too, and putting it out there to the public. So they're actually one of the only they are the only water ionizer machine that has medical device certification in Japan, which is one of the hardest countries to get medical device certification for. And this is because they're the only water ionizing device out there that has medical grade titanium plates in it to create their electrolyzed reduced water. So there's lots of other ones on the market that do create alkalized ionized water, but their plates will leach chemicals because they're not medical grade. And basically this machine, it's not actually a water filter, even though some people always say it is. It does filter like some of the nasties. It filters out chlorine, sediment, and rust. But yeah, if you are in a country that has fluoride put in your water and stuff, like I am where we live here, I do actually have a pre-filter on mine as well because I don't want to be drinking fluoride. But Enagic actually don't put those. They do have filters that can be added to it for that, but they don't put them in themselves. Just to, for the countries that don't need it, so it's to keep costs down. But the whole purpose of this machine is actually to create electrolyzed reduced water, which is rich in molecular hydrogen. This basically means that it hydrates at a cellular level, and it gets into your system a lot better than any other water out there. It's really just mimicking how the water is that we're meant to drink, like water coming off mineral-rich streams and glaciers. And it's ionized, it's electrolyzed by lightning hitting the ground in the natural world. But obviously a lot of our natural sources are all polluted and everything now. Even if you get spring water and things in bottles, it's essentially dead water because it may have been electrolyzed by all the lightning years ago, but now it's just been sitting dead in a bottle for ages. So this is to mimic that. Electrolyzes it through its 8 titanium plates to create molecular hydrogen. And it's called Kangen water because that literally means return to origin. Now, the 9.5 alkalized water is your best to drink and has, if you look up PubMed studies on electrolyzed reduced water and the benefits of that, is unbelievable. Just what drinking good water can actually do for the body. But this machine actually also has other options to change the pH levels. So it actually replaces all your cleaning products and skincare products around the home as well, making a completely toxic-free home for your family and pets, and obviously saving you heaps of money on all those products as well. So you've got 2.5 is basically acts like an it is an antibacterial, so it acts like sort of a bleach kind of thing. It can do all your cleaning around the house, and it can be used as a mouthwash and putting on wounds and cuts to clean them up and heal them quicker. Then you've got your 6 point. You can have a list. There's over like 64 or even 100. Some people say of uses to this machine. So I'm only going to touch on a couple of them for each one. But yeah, that's your main one for 2.5. 6.0 is actually the same pH as rainwater and your skin. So this is the best for like watering your plants with and putting your skin. It's actually called our beauty water. So it's really good as like face toner and hair conditioner. And all the stuff like that. Then you've got pH 7, which is neutral. This is really just for baby formula and medication because our alkalized water 8 to 9.5 does hydrate you a lot quicker than normal water and at a cellular level. Lots of medications and baby formula are actually, dosed out to how quickly they absorb into your body would be measured onto 7.0. So that's why that's that. Then you've got your 8 and your 9.5 for the best drinking. And then you've got our strong Kangen water is 11.5 which is like an oil emulsifier. So this is the best for cleaning all the pesticides and stuff off your fruit and veggies. If you don't eat organic, then all the stuff that's sprayed on those fruit and veggies are water resistant, so they don't get washed up in the rain. So just washing them in tap water doesn't really do anything. So 11.5, you actually soak them in that for a little bit. Actually, it takes off all those horrible pesticides. It's also really good for stain removal and laundry, and even like cleaning oil stains off your driveway and stuff. There's heaps of different other uses, but they're just a few of some. Also down here, you can see some of the gold standard awards that Enagic has. So they're part of the Direct Selling Association down here, which basically means it can't be like a pyramid scheme or a scam, which, I mean, pyramid schemes are illegal anyway, but it can't be anything like that. They are monitored by the Direct Selling Association to make sure everyone is doing this authentically and under compliance. That's what I'm looking for. They've also got original manufacturers gold standard. This is because Enagic actually makes handcrafts all their machines in one factory in Japan. They make everything themselves, even down to the cardboard box that it ships out in. So there's no outsourcing from other cheap, China manufacturing things for different parts. Everything is made in their one office and checked thoroughly by an individual person that everything's been made to scratch. And yeah, then they're shipped out from that one office to 40 different offices around the country to all of you guys. Now, the main, obviously, reason we obviously love Enagic for its water. I really couldn't live without it now. I've become quite a water snob. I won't drink anything else. Everything else tastes disgusting. If we ever go away, I take my like 20-litre camping water container to people's house or wherever we go. My daughter too, even my dogs won't drink anything but 8.5. It's become water snobs. But you're obviously here because you want this as a business. So we love Enagic's compensation plan, which is actually a patented compensation plan. So there's nothing else like it out there. There is another video if you want to know more about it's quite hard to get your head around it when you're first listening to it or me trying to explain it. So there is another video that goes a lot further in depth visually as well. So yeah, just reach out. We can send that afterwards if you want to know deeper into the compensation plan. But the first off is if you buy just your K8 Kangen water machine, this is the commissions you get. So when you make there's basically 8 points of commission that get paid out. So think of a pie that's in 8 slices, and each slice is worth $365 each. When you first get started, you're in your 1A lane for your first or second sale, which means you get 1 piece of the pie. On your 3rd to 10 sales, you're in your 2A lane, which means you're getting 2 pieces of the pie. So you're getting 2 times lots of 365, and so on. Does that make sense? Now, just for example, when you get to your 6A lane, you're getting 6 pieces of the pie. So you're getting $2,190 for every sale you make of 1 Kangen machine. Now it says you get to 6A here with 101 sales, but that doesn't actually have to be all from you to reach that number. Like we said, you can invite people into this business as well, and if they make sales, they contribute to that 101 sales. So you may have actually only made 10 sales directly yourself, and those 10 people may have made 10 sales themselves. That would get you to your 101 sales. Now, the way we say, I'm not going to go into it now either, but we do actually have another strategy of ways that you earn more. So when you get to 4A, you can actually be earning 8 pieces of the pie instead of just 4. So most people at 4A have bumped out the person that got them in. So for example, if you come in, you're a 4A and you sell to Bob, you would earn $1,460 for selling a Kangen water machine to Bob, and then Bob goes and sells on to Jill, as Bob's just started, he's in his 1A lane, so he'll get $365 for that first sale. But because he came in your 4A lane, you will actually still get $1,460 for Bob's sale. So I hope that sort of makes sense. So yeah, like you will still be earning commissions that Bob gets while there's 8 points available. When he gets, you know, up to 3A, you'll still be earning 4 points of that. So there's only up to 7, but say when he gets to 5A, there's not going to be 4 pieces left. There's only going to be 3 pieces left for you. Yep. And as I said, when we get to 4A, there's actually a way we earn all 8 pieces. So you'd be bumping up your up line as well. So that's what the commissions are if it's just a Kangen machine. Now, we actually have other strategies of getting started, which we'll go into the other products in a sec briefly. But lots of people also start on a trifecta, which is a business strategy, which you have your Kangen machine. You also have an Anespa, which is a shower filter. It goes through like a ceramic filter, creating like a, basically like an experience like you're showering in a mineral spa. And then you have your Ukon and gets rid of all the chlorine and nasty stuff, obviously, as well. And then you have your Ukon, which is a turmeric supplement, which is grown in, I can never say it, Okinawa. Okay, I'm not going to butcher it, but basically it's like one of the blue zones in Japan. So it's one of the places where people live way past 100 quite regularly. So they actually grow their Ukon, their turmeric supplement, and in Kangen water there. So that's actually one of the only other ones that's on it's every 4 months you can buy it. So people come in with a trifecta because you essentially buy your K8 and then you'll sell your Anespa and your Ukon to yourself. So you're actually already selling yourself your first and second sales, which means when you first sell to someone else, you're already in your 2A lane. So you're already earning the higher commissions. And if you sell a trifecta to your first sale, you're earning your first sale is going to get you $1,544. Okay. And then there's the next strategy we have is the quad, where you'd get your Anespa, your Ukon, K8, and then either another K8, because some people like 2 in their house, they have a big house, or give it to a family member, or maybe because they want to use it to actually loan out to people to share the water as their business strategy. You can also have a quad with 2 Anespas instead of 2 K8s, because obviously most houses have 2 showers and you don't want to let some of your family be showering in chlorine and all the nasties while the other family has all the nice stuff. So yeah, if you start off there, again, your first sale of selling your first quad then is going to be $1,884. You can obviously still sell single products and trifectas within that as well. And then, yeah, if you're selling quads, it literally only takes selling 17 quads until you make your first $100,000 in commissions, which is pretty mind-blowing. I don't know if anyone here has been in low ticket marketing before, but how many sales would you have to make $100,000? Because yeah, the one I was only getting $30, I think, per sale, and I had to spend $300 a month to be in it. So I had to sell something like 200 products a year or something like that, or a month, just to break even. I can't remember. Anyway, not going to go into it. So basically, yeah, if we go through that, if you're just getting your Kangen machine and a way to get started, you can definitely get started just with that. There's, we'll go into it later, but there's all kinds of financing and payment plans available. So it really goes into each individual person's, situation and what's right for you. So if you get started with just the K8 machine, you're not going to get any cash back straight away. And your first sale will be $365 because it'll be in your 1A lane. Or obviously, if you sell, a trifecta as your first sale, then you'll have $577, or your first sale will be $942. And sales to 6A is going to take you 101. Again, including your team's sales to get to those numbers. But yeah, 101 single sales. Or you could start the fast way, which is getting that trifecta. So you get your Kangen machine, your Ukon, and your Anespa, which means, yeah, as I said, you actually actually buy your Anespa, and then you sell the Kangen machine and the Ukon to yourself. So you actually get $405 in commissions given back to you straight away for buying your own products. And then when you make your first sale, you're already in your 2 lane and earning 1,154. Or obviously if you sell a quad or something, you're going to already earn 1,884. And the number of trifectas to your 6A is only 34. Or you could go the super fast way, which is how most of us actually want to build this as a business. Some people just want the water, which is fine, and the products themselves. But if you're really in this to build financial and time freedom, like most of us here are, most of us come in this way with the quad. So these numbers are based on 2 Kangen machines, Ukon and an Anespa. But as I said, you can have 2 Anespas instead of that. And yeah, this is different prices here, because then you get from selling, you buy your Anespa and then you sell your 2 Kangen machines or Kangen and Anespa to yourself and your Ukon, which would be $770 back in commission, or up to 1,135. Now, these are only different because it depends where you put your Ukon. So you could buy your Anespa, sell your Kangen machine to yourself and your Ukon to yourself, and then your other Kangen machine would be actually in your 2A lane, so you'd get more commissions. So on that first sale that way round, you'd actually get more commissions back to you. But if you actually take the lesser commissions first off and put your Ukon in your 2A lane, then this is where you actually bump out your upline quicker. Because if then you make a sale to Bob, you'd actually put Bob under your Ukon. So your Ukon would then get paid. If you sold a quad to Bob under your 2A Ukon, your Ukon would be in its 1A lane. So your Ukon would get $942, but then you were in your 2A lane, so you would actually get $1,884 as well. So you're both those people, yeah? You're your Ukon and your Top ID. So you'd get both of those commissions for that one sale Bob made. So that's where this becomes different as well. So, you know, you're getting the lesser commissions if you go for this option, and you'd be getting more commissions if your Ukon was in your 2A lane. So I know that may sound confusing. And again, go into the compensation plan in another video, a lot more depth. It's taken me almost 18 months to understand it fully. So don't worry about it. Just know there's a way of earning lots more money. And when you start seeing it come in, that's when it all starts making sense. So the number of quads to 6A is only 25. And again, that can be within your team as well. So the reason we get to 6A is because then we get a $3,000 bonus. That's actually in US dollars. So, you know, to convert that to wherever you are or into Aussie dollars. And then 6A2 is your next one, where you get a $6,000 bonus. Again, that's in US, which is when you have 2 positions under you that have gone 6A. And if you've been having that Ukon and building it up, like we said, in that 2A lane, one of those positions will be yours anyway, that's been building up at the same time. So you'll almost be there. 6A2-2, $12,000 bonus. Obviously, this is all on top of your normal commissions you're getting in at the same time, and your team's commissions. And then this is where the main goal, the first step that everyone wants to get to, is 6A2-3. So you get a $25,000 US bonus, and then $5,000 US, I think it's about $7,000 a month for life. So, you know, as we said, this can be willed to your children. And yeah, even if you don't make any other sales yourself, long as there's something still active within your team or your Ukon, you get 7,000 Australian dollars, 5,000 US monthly for life, and on top of all other commissions. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And then yeah, so we've actually got a couple of people we just celebrated a couple of weeks ago. So there's Balaz, who is in Canada. He actually started this business 10 years ago. And he's currently now at 6A2-6. He actually has a couple of other legacy positions, I think a -4 here. So he's just got a $200,000 bonus and now gets 20,000 US a month for life, on top of a couple of others down here that he already gets. We also have Christy, And she actually only started the business 5 years ago. And she was completely broke with a baby on the way. She was like splitting food on 2 credit cards, like beans on one card and eggs on another card, and breaking down at the lights because she only put $5 fuel in her car. And 5 years later, she's grown this business from scratch as exactly like how anyone else can. And she does it with her partner, Clint, and they have just got one position that's gone -5 and 2 positions that have gone -4. So that's 50, 100. So they just got a $200,000 bonus. And what's that? $35,000 US a month for life. Only 5 years of building this business. And we'll go actually into the automation and stuff and the platform that supports our business, but they actually created that to help fast track everyone else, make it even quicker than what they did. And as we said, you can go as slow or as quick as you want in this business. It's really, really up to you. So obviously, if we're doing a business, like we said in the low ticket, we don't want to be hustling all the time. We want time freedom. So we don't want to be on our laptops all the time and making sales calls and paperwork. So we want automated systems in place. So this basically means that something is in place that's running 24/7. So it can be making sales and, you know, not inviting people in, but attracting people in, even when you're asleep. And yeah, to truly automate this business, you need to have systems, processes and funnels and emails and marketing and sales teams and all that to support you, which again, if you're doing it by yourself, can be a lot of work. So we have actually, like I said, Christy created a platform along with Balazs and her husband Clint about 3 or 4 years ago, and now runs it with another beautiful lady, Beck, who's also in Legacy Wealth, to create a platform that ties in all our 3 steps together and, yeah, has all the education and training to support you on this journey. So inside the platform, when you first start, you'll go through a beautiful discovery process, which is basically it's an amazing course just in itself. So many people have like revelations and say it's one of the best things they've done in ages. And it's really just to get clear on your vision. So many of us forget actually what our vision is and our dreams and desires, and we get stuck on that hamster wheel of life. So this is just really go inwards and connect with what is important to you and what it is you want. And then after you've done that, you can have a free call with one of our digital specialists. And they're basically there to answer any more questions that you have, and to help you find which one of those strategies, the single, trifecta, or quad, is best suited for you. And if you need finance, to help you go through the finance process and payment plans, because there's literally a way for anyone to get started. As I said, many people in this space are single mums on the Centrelink like I was. And yeah, it may seem like a big jump to invest something into a business and into yourself, but the return of investment is so worth it, that yeah, Enagic and TFE all make it completely possible for absolutely anyone to get started in a way that's suitable for them. And yes, your DBS call, they'll go through all the numbers and look at your long-term vision. And inside our academy, we actually have, it's basically a step-by-step process to launch your business. You don't need any experience on social media or online. As I said, I definitely didn't have any when I started this. And it makes it very simple step-by-step process and trainings to show you what you need to do, and keep you consistent and help you. And the support and community in this platform and that comes along with it is absolutely priceless. I mean, obviously all the education and everything is amazing, but yeah, the support and community, and that everyone celebrates each other and lifts each other up. There's no competition or putting each other down or anything like that in this industry. It's all helping each other and supporting and celebrating everyone at every milestone, whether that's just going live for the first time or, you know, creating your first 10K or 100K. Like, it's all the same celebration. So within this platform, apart from like actually teaching how to set up your business, every fortnight we have top like 7 and 8 figure coaches come in and do live trainings. So these, you can see a few people on the screen there. If you know any by faces, you're like Preston Smiles, Brock Johnson. If you go and look some of these people up, you'll see that it costs thousands to actually be in one of their coaching containers. And we have it all completely free inside our academy, where we get live calls, with an individual one every fortnight. So lots of them, it's on a Zoom call, and you can jump out on Hotseat and actually answer your questions as well. And then their classes are saved and recorded that go into the vault, so you can watch them at any other time as well. So if anyone jumps in soon, our next one is actually August the 17th with Melanie Leah Butler. She's all about human design. So she's going to be teaching approach in human design that helps you align, calibrate, and achieve your higher results. Then we've got in September, Arabella Yee going into Rise Above Your Limitations. And then Fraser Brooks, who's a generational network marketer. I actually listened to an amazing podcast with him on someone else's podcast the other day. And yes, such an amazing man story. Both his parents were actually in the network marketing industry, but like the old style, like door knocking and, cold calling. And he actually was like, nah, I'm going to do it online and the attraction marketing way, and made huge success. So yeah, just go and follow on Insta or search any of those names to see how much it is to have a call or a coaching session with them usually. And we get it free inside our platform, which is pretty mind-blowing. And yeah, the platform is not ridiculous. You're not going to be spending thousands of dollars for all this. It's usually $99 US a month, which is, beyond worth it for all the stuff and training and everything and support. And obviously all the automated sales. Like, you literally have someone to do all your sales calls for you, all your paperwork, have all your websites set up, all your funnels, all your links, all your graphics. Anything of that is all done for you. So even just to have someone, like a brand operator to create that kind of stuff and create a website for you is thousands of dollars in itself. So this is completely priceless. And for your first month, it's only $49 USD. So for your first month, it's only $49. It's actually a 14-day money-back guarantee as well. So you really can't lose anything. So you jump into the platform for your $49. Then you'd go and do that discovery process course we talked about and get clear on your vision and exactly what it is you want, which is a beautiful thing just to do anyway. Even if you decide you don't want to go ahead with the products and things, it's totally worth just jumping in and having that discovery call process anyway. And then to book your call with your digital specialist, which is there again to answer any other questions you have, and to go through any financing options for you, and help you really get clear on what it is you want and if this is something that's aligned to you and works for you. And then you can jump into all the courses of how to launch your business. Now, for anyone that actually jumps into the Freedom Era platform for that $49 within the next 24 hours, or if I don't stuff up this recording too much and it gets replayed later on, then 24 hours from when the person that sent it to you and you watched it, then you get a free ebook of the magic. I'm sure many of you have heard of The Secret and sort of law of manifesting. This is actually by the same lady, Rhonda Bryan, and it's a gratitude journal. So obviously the more you're grateful for, the more you attract to be grateful for. And this is a beautiful 28-day practice that gives you 28 new gratitude practices to do each day. And it's truly amazing. Like, I've probably done it like 5 or 6 times over now. By next to my bed every night, every morning. And yeah, just really, it just gets you in that beautiful sort of heart-centered space as well every day. Now, for anyone that actually jumps into the platform and you have your call and or you just know this is for you, you want the water, you want the business, you see the vision, you have, like I did, 18 months ago, where something inside you and your intuition is just screaming, yes, like just do it. And you want to jump in. For anyone that puts in their paperwork for their Enagic products within 72 hours, then you're going to get an exclusive mentorship legacy business call, which is actually from Balazs and Christie, those like top legacy people in the business we spoke about earlier. This was actually a live mentorship they did a while ago and worth thousands of dollars. And so many people got so much value out of it that they actually kept the recording where, we can now gift it for anyone that's wants to be a fast action taker. But yeah, this course is actually worth thousands of dollars in itself. So pretty amazing way to get started on your business and have that support. Now, as I said, one of the most awesome things about this place is our community. It's a global community. It's an online space. There's people from all over the world, but when we can, we all love to get together and see each other in person too and do epic things. So just in, a couple of months ago, I've forgotten the date, time's going too fast. Anyone that was 5A and above all got together in Bali and actually stayed at a multi-million-dollar villa. We're all, Balazs and Christy and all the top leaders came in too, and lots of 7, 8-figure coaches, and everyone just got together and had an awesome time in Bali for a few days. We also had another one up in Perth in WA a few months ago, where sort of all our some of our WA team got together. Christy also came across for that as well, and had Marcel Hoff, who's Wim Hof, the breathing, don't know if you know him. Marcel Hoff is his brother, for a breathwork session, which was super powerful, and just all connecting. It's always amazing these events when we get together. But if you can't ever reach to those events, then just even on the online space and the connection and support is amazing. So here's just a couple of our people I thought would put in. Obviously, I spoke about Christy a little bit ago. 5 years ago, she was broke and had a baby on the way. And only 2 years into this business, she was financially free. And she was only 31 by that point. So now she has 700 to 900 high-ticket automated sales go through her business every month. So if you go back to what those compensation commissions that you were getting, times that by 700 a month plus her monthly bonuses, you can kind of get an average of what she's on every month. Gabby is actually one of my beautiful mentors and sponsors. And if you are joining our Stay Wild, Stay Free, Stay Human movement, you'll see lots of Gabby as well. And she actually only joined 3 years ago. And at the time, she was a struggling single parent. A singe parent. That's meant to be say single parent. She was a single parent relying solely on single parent payments. She didn't want to jeopardize time with her son either. She tried lots of other entrepreneurial options. She was a birth photographer and a doula. But as she says, babies aren't born Monday 9 to 5. She couldn't really work that around having a young son at home as well. Before she was a single mum, she actually was FIFO. So she knew that lifestyle wasn't going to be working as a single parent either. But after 6 months in this business, she replaced her FIFO income. And now she has a multi-6-figure business, has the freedom to travel. She's actually world schooling her son. They're moving to Bali, and she gets to contribute to passion projects that are close to her heart. She actually contributes a lot to a birth clinic in Bali as well. So this business is all about, not just earning the money and financial and time freedom for ourselves, but it means that when heart-centered people have money, we can actually do things that contribute and help our planet and causes that we care about. As you see, I obviously love the beach and the ocean, and I've always wanted to contribute more to causes like Sea Shepherd and Stop Shark Culling and do all those things. But it's not, I'd love more money to invest into it, but it's not just that, it's the time to actually go out and help with these things and feet on the ground. And this business really offers that. It offers you the time freedom and financial freedom to help in all these ways. And not only that, it shows, if there's many mums out there as well like me, I feel like it shows our kids that anything is actually possible when you stay true to your vision and go after your dreams, and that you don't have to fit to any system, because I don't like systems. I don't know if you can tell by now. You don't have to conform to any systems. You don't have to fit into a box. You can do whatever lights you up and just do it by being your authentic self and go out there and create magic. So thanks, beautiful people, for giving me your time today. I've probably gone on a lot longer than I intended. I hope this is worth it. I hope you've taken lots of screenshots of those things of value. And yeah, please reach out to me or anyone that invited you here for any other information. If you want to go deeper into the compensation plan or learn more about the other products like the Anespa and the Uklon and stuff, yeah, we're all here to support and yeah, give value. I'm gonna sign off now and say bye, but I will leave a little short video of a few other people with their beautiful video testimonials if you care to watch that too. All right, have a beautiful morning or night wherever you are, guys. I'm gonna go jump in the ocean.
Hi, I'm Kylie and I'm from Crookwell, New South Wales.
I'm Aubrey from North Carolina.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Danielle.
From the Sunshine Coast in Australia.
What's up, everybody? I'm Noelle and I live in beautiful Northern California.
I'm Rosetta. I'm from Melbourne in Australia.
My name's Shar. I'm originally from Ontario, Canada, but my daughter and I now travel the world full time.
I'm Michelle from the Sunshine Coast in Australia.
My name is Saber Bruffy. I'm from Santa Cruz, California, and I'm currently living here in the beautiful jungles of Costa Rica.
I'm Donna, and I'm originally from California, but currently living in Bali.
Freedom means the absolute choice of my life.
Not having to leave my baby in someone else's care all day in order to pay our bills.
Waking up in the morning, going for a beautiful surf, and then being able to spend the rest of the day with my family.
Being able to book a one-way ticket across the world.
To not be living paycheck to paycheck.
Before I found this business, I was in the 9-to-5 grind in one of my dream jobs, photography. I was also in the low ticket network marketing space where I was doing maximum amount of work for very minimum rewards.
I was actually budget traveling around Southeast Asia, but as I was traveling, just really struggling financially.
For me, Enagic truly aligned with the way I wanted to live as far as my health went.
I needed to choose something that had a reliable track record. So aligning with a company that had been around for 50 years made me feel really confident.
Having a business that I could do location free while I was with my horses or traveling around competing with.
Feeling into the energy of the community, I felt that soul nudge.
I absolutely love that we have been able to replace nearly every single cleaning product in our home simply by utilizing the water that this machine produces.
And I knew that my time freedom meant that working with a high ticket item was going to be the key to bringing in the income that was going to serve me and my lifestyle.
Oh my gosh, so much has shifted for me and my life.
Sometimes I don't even recognize myself because so much has shifted.
Fast forward to now, and I've been able to close my traditional personal training business. I've cleared all my debt and I live a life of total time freedom.
I've now been able to create a thriving business online. I have 3 other investments, and now I live a life of choice, working deeply on my mindset around poverty and abundance.
Through all the lockdowns, I've been able to survive 7 lockdowns. Once my photography job became non-essential, I had this to fall back on.
I get to really just live a yes life and not make decisions based on money. I love this industry because regardless of your age, gender, background, experience, this is something that anybody can do.
From the device that you're watching this very video on right now is unlimited and uncapped potential.
The thing that I love about the Academy is how much value and education there is in this space.
Literally anybody can just walk in here and plug in and everything is already set up here for success and to have a thriving business.
And social media is constantly evolving, so having this up-to-date education is so important.
There's a roadmap. There's a step 1, step 2, step 3 to get you all the way to financial freedom.
I came in with no prior experience. I had no idea about marketing and no idea about sales. And in one place, I could find everything that I needed to scale a really high profit business.
We have access to the very best of the best coaches all around the globe. You would work one-on-one with these guys that would literally cost you thousands.
I really honestly just love building an organization of people who are my real die-hard soul fans.
It's a no-brainer.